Hey guys, it's Michael. We have very exciting news from Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. In an interview earlier today with CNBC, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said that the next stimulus package will include economic impact payments, so direct stimulus checks. It'll include an extension of the $600 per week or $2,400 per month enhanced unemployment benefits, and he said it will also be a much more targeted version of the Paycheck Protection Program. So in today's video, I'm going to go over exactly what he said will be in the second stimulus package, and he also gave us specific dates that I will go over as well. But before we get started, I want to remind you guys that I'll be announcing the $50 free stock giveaway winner at the end of today's video. So if you commented on any of my previous videos, be sure to stick around until the end of today's video because you very well could have won the $50 free stock. If you didn't win, don't worry, you could still go ahead and get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. Anyways, let's jump right into it and let's go over what Secretary of Treasury Steven Mnuchin said earlier today. So speaking on CNBC Thursday morning, earlier today, Mnuchin said, "We do support another round of stimulus checks, of direct stimulus checks to individuals after most Americans received a $1,200 stimulus payment as part of the $2 trillion CARES Act that was passed in March." He said, "I had a very productive call earlier yesterday with Senate Majority Leader, and as soon as the Senate gets back from the July 4th recess, so on July 20th, we're going to sit down on a bipartisan basis with the Republicans and the Democrats," and he said, "It will be our priority to make sure that between the 20th and the end of the month that we pass the second stimulus package." This is absolutely great news. Now we are hearing a definitive timeline from the Treasury. We've heard Republicans in the Senate have been talking about we need to get this done before Congress leaves for the August recess, and we've also seen that the House Democrats want to get something passed. So now everyone is on the same page. They're saying that within the time they come back from the July 4th recess until August recess, they said within that 2-week time window, they are definitely going to pass a second stimulus package. He goes on to explain how right now officials are discussing another round of direct payments to individuals that is similar to the $1,200 that millions of Americans received in April. He goes on to say the other day, Mitch McConnell spoke about a $40,000 income cap for these direct stimulus checks. I spoke about this in a previous video. Mitch McConnell said how they wanted to make it more targeted with the second round, and they were thinking of maybe doing a $40,000 income cap. In the first round, the stimulus checks were sent to everyone who made $75,000 a year or less, and once you made above that, it started to phase down how much you got. However, according to Steven Mnuchin, he explained how right now he's not backing a certain income level. They have to wait until they come back on July 20th to start discussing the specific numbers of what the income cap is going to be. Moving on, the Treasury Secretary also addressed one of the most urgent issues that Congress is facing right now, and that is the $600 per week or $2,400 per month stimulus checks, which are part of the unemployment benefits, these enhanced unemployment benefits. So according to Steven Mnuchin, he said that we all know these are set to expire on July 31st, at the end of the month. So right now, Congress is facing a very tight deadline to get something passed for the millions of Americans that will be left with no source of income. Once these expire, many Americans will fall off of an income cliff because they will no longer have a steady stream of income. And he goes on to explain how even though the economy gained nearly 5 million jobs in June, and they gained about 2.5 million jobs the month before, the unemployment rate is still at a staggering 11.1%, and tens of millions of people won't have any sources of income when these unemployment benefits, these extended unemployment benefits expire. He goes on to explain how the White House wants to change rather than extend these enhanced unemployment benefits, these weekly $600 payments. They don't want to continue paying $600, he says, because this is a disincentive for people to work. But they do want to change them and make sure people who don't have a job are still receiving some sort of weekly and monthly support from the government. He did not give us specific details on how they are currently planning on structuring these weekly payments, but we can look to see something around $250 to maybe $450 per week, or they might offer a different solution altogether. Next up is that he goes on to say that you can assume that it will be no more than 100% of an individual worker's regular pay. He said moving forward with these enhanced unemployment benefits, no one will be receiving more than they normally get from going to work. He said we knew there was a problem with enhanced unemployment benefits in the first round, in that in certain cases people were receiving more to stay at home than they would going to work. So he said he knew that was a problem. Everyone knew that was a problem earlier. He goes on to explain how normally enhanced unemployment benefits are no more than $400 per week, and under the CARES Act, with these enhanced unemployment benefits, people were receiving over $1,000 per week. So he said moving forward, even if people are receiving 100% of what they normally would while working, they want them to go back to work, and they want to make sure there are incentives in place that encourage people to go to work and find a job. That is the main goal for the economy, for the White House administration, and for everyone else in Congress right now. And then finally, he goes on to talk about money for state and local governments, childcare, and the PPP program. Steven Mnuchin actually downplayed the need for more relief for states and municipalities, as lost revenue and higher costs due to the outbreak forced some state and local governments to trim off and not spend money on some essential services. Steven Mnuchin said that the administration does not want to bail out state and local governments that were mismanaged before the virus. He says they don't want to give them money for issues that were created before the virus even started. He said issues that were there before, that's the state's problem, and they need to deal with that. So based on what he's saying, is it doesn't look so likely that he wants to provide a lot of additional support for state and local governments. And then finally, he says, I think an extension around the PPP program is going to be much more targeted to the businesses that really need this money and the smaller businesses. So he said they're already working on a plan for that. They're already writing it up. But he said in the next package, they're basically going to focus on providing direct stimulus to relief to those who are in the most need, whether that's small businesses, whether that's individuals who are unemployed. He said the basics of the next package is that it needs to be much more targeted than the previous packages that were passed, but it will include direct stimulus payments, enhanced unemployment benefits, and money for the PPP program. So anyways, that's just a quick update and very exciting update from Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and what he said in an interview earlier today with CNBC. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now let's get into the $50 free stock giveaway winner. So the $50 free stock giveaway winner is this person right here. Congratulations. Thank you everyone who commented on my videos, liked them, and is subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. Get $5 when you download the Acorns investing app. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.